Oh yeah. There's a net right here. Here's coming. Right. Oh, check it. Yep. Easy. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. I believe it might be a keeper. I don't know. Whole cashews. 2 grams of sugar.
A whole can of shoes.
Yeah, and
dang, they fit them in a can? It could have been big feet.
wait a minute. What did you think I said?
A can of shoes.
Oh, yeah. A whole cashews, roasted and salted, is 3 tablespoons is your serving size, and your total sugar is 2 grams for a whole can of shoes. What do you think?
I'd say stay away from cans of shoes.
I mean, depends on how big the can is. You might get a pretty good deal on a whole bunch of them. All right, I don't know about you, but I'm staying dirty. Fella brought me this Chrysler 35, and I've never worked on one. Never. Oh, actually, it's the second one. And like the first one, the flywheel is just really stuck on there. And I just did a video about this, where I talk about what do you do with a flywheel that's stuck on there. Well, when they've been on there like 50 years, which I don't know, this is a 1977, at least that's what I think it is by the little tag that's on the inside. Looked it up, and they're saying it's a 1977. So put the compression tester on there, and what I got was the top cylinder was 135 and the bottom cylinder was 130. So I figure that's a good engine. I don't really know, but I'm sure that is for just a little 2-cylinder. Don't know if it's got fuel, but the bulb is leaking. He brought me another bulb, so that's not a problem. But then I've got my spark checker, and I got no spark. And we got some NGK plugs. I'm sure it took Champion. You know, back in the day, American-made motor would have taken an American plug. So I tried to get the flywheel off. And you got a little piece that is used for for your rope. So your rope start, right? It goes on top of the flywheel, and then you got this. You got this little piece, and you take off the nut. This one, I did a compression test, and we got good compression. Fuel probably needs a carb job. I'm thinking it probably needs a carb job. Looks like it, but it's pretty simple, which shouldn't be too bad. We'll see. But we need to get the flywheel off this because we don't have spark, and I'm not sure whether or not this has a points and condenser, or if we've got another type of ignition. Probably have a points and condenser, but we got 2 coils. I've checked those. We got continuity on the input, and we got somewhere in the mega ohm range on the output. Thinking the coils are okay. Obviously we got something because I did it through the spark plug wire. They both seem to be fine, but we don't have spark. I was looking for like if there was a ground wire that, so I checked the neutral safety switch. There is a neutral safety switch on this, And we got continuity at neutral, no continuity in forward or reverse, which means like, yeah, it's working right. So anyway, then I tried to get the flywheel off, and well, let me just show you. So there's a little button somewhere on here. Find it. Oh yeah, is it right here? It's a little lever. Like I said, I never worked on these. So that's closed. And then I guess you lift up, and it sees yeah, you go backwards. Yeah. And then this lifts off. So you can see I got the spark plugs out. Alright, so what we got is it had a nut. You take the nut off with an impact. There was a little piece here that's for your rewind manual start. You take that off, and then it exposes where the keyway is, and we want to make sure this nut is like flat, right? And then some people then try to pop it off, and they use a piece of wood, all kinds of things. So anyway, I was watching some stuff just so I could know, right? And see what people are doing. And you know, one way is to like use a pry bar, and then back here I got a little area, and I can put the pry bar, put a little tension there, and you hit it. Like I got a 4-pound, or maybe it's 2-pound, I don't know. It's my old grandpa Chandler's. And you can do like this, and hope it pops loose. You can't really damage anything. I seen one guy say, oh, you can damage the needle bearings. I've never seen that ever. I'm not saying it can't, but to me it'd be more like you would crack, maybe possibly crack a crankshaft. Anyway, I don't want to go hamming around on that. So then what do you do? Well, it's stuck, right? It ain't coming off. But it's on there. So on these Chryslers, they don't have holes like a Johnson Evinrude would, where you could put a 3-jaw puller, you could put a harmonic balancer puller and pull it off. They don't have any of that. So what do? And a 3-jaw puller, like those ones that, then you're going to start messing with this ring gear, or part of the flywheel, and you don't want to damage that. So that's not really a viable option. And so, you know, over the years, I just spray them down, try to do certain things, and they pop off. But a Chrysler, I don't know. I don't know what you do, right? Because with a Johnson Evinrude, I keep tension and tap around here, and then all of a sudden, bam, it just releases. You know, you can even kind of just tap around the edges and hope it comes off. Then I was watching this guy that I watch sometimes, Steve's Small Engine Repair, right? He likes to have a few beers on his thing, and he does lawnmowers, and Steve does weed eaters and all this stuff. And he was like, he pulled out an impact gun. I mean, you know, it's a hammer, air hammer, right? And then he was like, kind of like, he seemed like he was skeptical. And I mean, I've never heard this. But, so then he didn't want to flare this. And I don't blame him. You don't want to flare this out. This is where your nut is. So he just got one with a tip like that. And then I've got this run all the way to the garage. I'm going to try it and see what happens, because his just popped and he couldn't believe it. So we'll just see what this does, man. Let's see if it comes off. And maybe we got to put a little pressure. I don't know. Seems like that works. It's kind of loud. My neighbors are like, what is he doing? Okay, Steve, that doesn't work. So it might work on his little, little bitty Briggs and Stratton engines, but it's not working on this. So I'm not sure where to proceed from here now. I guess Chrysler Force had a thing called a knockoff tool. I don't have one of those. Maybe something we gotta look into getting. If it's cheap, I'll buy one. I saw like what was for $14. The more I looked at it though, that wasn't the right tool, so I haven't found the tool. And the one that I did see was like, I mean, I don't know, it was like over $100. I don't know, I'm not spending that. Not to be mean or anything, it's just we're probably not gonna get a lot in labor. I can't charge a lot. I don't know. You get my drift. So I don't know. I'm not sure what to do. I guess I'm gonna think on it and move on to something else. I'm gonna squirt some stuff in there first. See if that doesn't help it. Try to work this off and it kind of looks like we're not. Our Mendex is not working right. Have to free up our starter, it looks like. Yeah, that's not right. See, it's just turning. It's not wanting to release. Put a little grease right here. A lot of times they'll just come back around. But yeah, let me get something and spray in here, and then I don't know, man. The problem with the 3-jaw puller is like it's 3 jaws, so you're pulling from those points. We try to put a little pressure on it, I guess, and then tap around here maybe. See what that does. I don't know. I don't know if this will work or not. We'll try it. Gotta shift this around a little bit though. Move it up a hole. It's a little too wide. Hey, that sun's kind of hot. Three-jaw. I don't know if it'll pop or not. I don't know. Alright, so we got, first thing we do, we gotta get this wide enough. Get a wrench, spray down in here, see what we can do. It's a bad hair day. Staying dirty. Okay. Had to go get a hat. Some wrenches. Of course, that's not the right wrench. Couldn't be 3/4. Yeah, this is my late show David Letterman. What I gotta say about this is 2003, Leon Russell played with, well, you know, he played with the band. And that was a long time ago. Played with the band. What do we do? New York City, CBS, Ed Sullivan Theater. So I got this hat. Guess what? This is what when I first was like, these people suck. Because I had to buy my own hat. It's not like they could have easily said, hey, we're going to give you guys a t-shirt or a hat or something for coming and playing the light show. But no, I even asked about it. I was like, hey man, you get a hat or something, you know, or discounted rate or something? And he's like, oh, we don't deal with any of that. Like here, you'll have to, if you want one, you'll have to buy one. Really? I mean, come on, I just want a hat. Then it was like probably cost him nothing. And everybody that was going there were buying something. Poor young soul, man. I just wanted a hat. Yeah, so we played the little theater. Just a little tension on it. Not much. I might back that off. No, I'm gonna leave it just like that. That's probably all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get my little hammer that's in here. My Grandpa Hawkins' hammer. Only thing I got from him. No, I got some other stuff. But yeah, so I had to buy my own hat. You know, of course, I was never back with any other groups. We did a lot of other stuff, or I've done a lot of other stuff, but that's why I want this, because it's just a little hammer. We got a little motor. Should pop loose, man. But these old flywheels, when they've been on there a long time, man, they just don't want to come off and on. So you just gotta kind of be patient, let it do its thing. Anyway, I'm just gonna tap on it. Let it sit there, I guess. One thing you gotta do is you gotta kind of look and make sure that it's perpendicular. And then I'm just gonna let it sit, I guess. Back it up. I just like to do that to make sure it's getting a good bite. And then it's like perpendicular. Sometimes it won't. That's why I don't like these 3 jaws. But you know, these engines don't have a place where you could drill out come on. And you don't want to bend the flywheel or that ring gear. So just keep it under pressure, I guess. We gotta figure out this. But I can wait on that. I guess it just makes a chemical bond, you know. And sometimes I don't know. Let it sit, I guess. Come and look at it next week. Not really, hopefully not. I'm just gonna let it sit there. I don't know what else to do. You know, you could drill out those holes and tap it. It's one thing you can do. I don't like doing that. Especially that one. I don't know where I don't know where the, you know, there should be at least a condenser or something underneath that flywheel. And then, you know, anyway, we get into that, and it might destroy it, and I don't want to destroy nothing. I want to fix something. Daggone it. So we'll see you guys maybe later. I don't know. Here's my edit. This is my edit point. I don't know what I'm doing. Thanks for subscribing, liking the videos, and we'll see you soon.